Who's looking for a redo somewhere in their life? This week, the sky is aligned to allow you for a redo. And we don't always get that. And so specifically, the redo will have to do with something starting from this past summer. Okay, so we're not going years and years back, a redo, and bringing that here and giving you the energy to see some real differences in the next 2 weeks, but then over the next 6 months. Okay, so I'm going to get into that. I'm actually redoing this video because my mic went out. And so I have my cards all here. You know, I normally shuffle on camera. Some awesome stuff happened shuffling and the cards coming out, but trust me, this is what came out, and I have a 12-minute video without sound to prove it. Okay, so I'm going to redo this right now as the theme for the week. This is not what I wanted to be redoing, but there are things. So if there are things in your life that you would like to redo, reset with a person, place, or thing. As it came out, I already know the answers to this because I just did this reading with you, but the overall energy was the Lovers. So this definitely has to do with a soul contract that you had starting in around the summer, okay? And things are not in this moment in time where you would like them to be. So you want a little bit of a redo. I want to play that out again. I want to do that over, okay? I will go through the cards for each day of this week, which turned out to be amazing. The beginning of the week is like in your heart, in your head, really thinking about those things. Now, the planets, the sky, have set themselves up for you to have a redo that will help you align to your highest good here and help to like work out these soul contracts that you had, okay? So the sky is there, but you have to decide to get off the bench and play the game, okay? You have to decide that you want to be in there. So you can't just sit back on the couch and like not do anything here. So you have to figure out also is if you're on offense or you're on defense. There are many of us that want a redo, but we're in different positions with this. I wish this played out differently. Some of us need to take responsibility for the ways things played out, and some of us need to kind of like sit back and be like, there's nothing else I could do. I did everything I could. You know what I mean? So if you're on offense and you want to redo, and you're going to have to take some inspired action in order to do that. So in corporate America, when I say there's a goal and you have a goal, what does success look like? Okay, what are you hearing? What are you seeing? What are you thinking? Now, you don't have to know what the outcome is 10 years from now, but if you're feeling like your current situation with someone who's a soul contract with you, and there's a little bit of there's a love connection there and it's not sitting right, there's something that needs to be cleaned up there. What would good look like to start? Okay, in corporate America, we take small actions. What is the next step toward your goal? There are things that you might not know, and a leader who is authentic, I will be saying to them, it's okay to say you don't know, but you'll find out. You're figuring it out. That open communication really helps to solidify a connection because it's open, it's honest, it's authentic. Okay, so you don't have to go figure everything out on your own if you really want to bring these things together. So in the beginning of the week, we have this like more in our heads, in our hearts, thinking, feeling, and that's what I want you to be thinking about. Do your homework, especially if you're on offense. If you're on defense, same thing. If you're feeling like you want to redo, but there's not a lot you can do, what does that look like? What is the conversation you want to manifest, okay? What do you want to come in? You still can take inspired action even though you're on the defense, okay? Want you to be able to do this. The whole week looks like there's like a fast break down the court, down the field. And what's happening is you have Mercury conjunct Pluto on Tuesday, which is basically like giving you an assist. The assist is throwing you the ball, kicking you the ball, and then you have the ball and you're going to dunk it. You're going to lay it up. You're going to kick it into the goal on Wednesday, and you're going to have that momentum going forward, okay? And as I said that, then I pulled out the cards and they said exactly the same thing. So on the Monday and the Tuesday, let's get into it a little bit. On the Monday and the Tuesday, here we are, Monday. We have that Queen of Pentacles. We have that. She's thinking, she's dreaming. What does good look like? She's imagining that. I want you to do that. I want you to be thinking about what does this redo actually look like? And then it's bringing comfort because you know wherever you are with this person, things aren't where they're supposed to be. And so really that comfort that you're going to get from like mending some of these things and having some of these conversations and diving in a little bit more. Wednesday comes in, we have the new moon in Aquarius. Wednesday, we have the King of Wands. This is, what do you see here? What do you see? It's the Lion. You are needing the courage to take that action. So I get it. Planets are aligned. You want to kind of sit there on the bench and like, well, let it happen to me. No. You have to participate. You have to get on the field. You have to get on the court. You have to make the phone call. You have to say, let's hang out. Let's meet in person. Let's talk. Send the text. Do whatever it is, even if it's not going to work out the way you planned. So you got to get past the fear to do that. So you have this redo energy, which was very supportive to lean you toward your highest good. What are you going to do with that energy? Have the courage on Wednesday, okay? Use my book. My book, Get What You Want, helps you from a coaching perspective of not just manifesting and like visioning the outcome, but what are the steps you need to take to get there, okay? So think in these small steps here. And like I said on Thursday, then we're moving forward. We have the winds at our backs with this. We're going to see some small wins in the next 2 weeks. We're also in the Venus retrograde shadow, which has to do with love. So that's why I said like all of this has to do with that love feeling, that love connection, or that soul contract. Okay. So Thursday, we are moving more forward with, racing forward with balance. The white and the black horse there are the balance. And then on Friday, we have Judgment in reverse. And Judgment is that rebirth here. And it's like when you have change and you're like, okay, I made it. I'm seeing success. I know something's going to happen. I've set myself up now to be able to have this redo, have a conversation, really be able to revisit this. Don't know what it looks like. How is everything else in my life going to look, right? Because when you make a change in corporate America with change management, you got to bring everyone else along with the change. And there's a reason that you went down the road that you did with this individual. And so now if you're going to go down a different road and reset with this person, a lot of other things may have to reset. So that's going to be the thinking about, well, what does that look like? And if you want to do it right this time around and you really want to do this redo, and you have to think about what is the downstream impact of all these other changes that need to occur. Saturday and Sunday look beautiful. You are figuring this out. This is important to you. This is important to you to get this right, okay? So things are lining up, very focused. And look at this. It's like it almost goes straight in there and boom, hits right here, right in the solar plexus. There's the confidence of like, I don't care. I know this is the right thing. This is what needs to happen. When I asked for advice, I was saying that I have a deck. Before I even did the reading, I had a deck that's been nagging at me to use, but it's been in New York, and I'm back in New York now. The deck is called Messages of Love Oracle deck, and it was subsequent to that I pulled the Lover's card, and I was like, of course, I needed to use this deck. So I did our shuffle, and I pulled out what is the advice here, and the advice here was reunion. Okay, so that is like redoing, reconnection with somebody here. It says we'll always come back to each other, meant to come back to a person and have this conversation. The other piece of this, which was what was holding me back, is time. Okay, I'm afraid it's too late to take action. It is not too late. This is your sign. It is not too late to fix this situation, but you actually have to participate. Have the courage, lean into the lion. I'm going to be doing new moon readings for Wednesday, but have a think right now about what you want, what that looks like, how you want things to shift. Start making your plan. Do your reach out if you're on offense and be ready to receive if you're on defense. Let me know if you're offense or defense team here. Hit the like button if you want to redo somewhere in your life relating to a soul contract. And if you need help me coaching you through and helping you to take these little steps, then just reach out to me and I am more than happy to help. I'm Janine Colavito, your soul coach.